Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Minecraft video on my channel. My name is KIllFeed Brandon here, and thank you guys so much for hitting 200 likes before the 24-hour period of the previous video. Now, if you guys didn't check out that video, it'll be the second link in the description below. Also, before we get into today's build, please, if you guys are new, consider subscribing, as 93% of my viewers are not subscribed. I do appreciate everyone checking out my content, and thank you guys so much for that. But if you guys would, go ahead and consider subscribing, as we are aiming for a goal of 50,000 subscribers before the end of the year. If you guys wouldn't mind, go ahead and follow all my social medias down in the description below, as long with my Discord. I have a Discord, and I only have like 300 something members, I think it is, but we're all active, and we all chat, and we all have a good time. Numbers of members don't matter. It's just so fun. So if you guys want to be part of an awesome community, go ahead and join up and come talk to me. So you guys are probably wondering what this kind of farm is. Now, this farm will only produce arrows, bones, and gunpowder. Now, if you do a player kill, if you actually kill him with your sword, it will give you bows and it'll actually just give you bows and arrows, bones, and gunpowder. But the rates that you're looking at this farm, the one right behind me, is around 1,200 items per hour. You're looking at around 2 stacks of gunpowder, a stack of arrows, a stack of bones, and that's pretty much it per 10 minutes. That's per 10 minutes. So you're looking at 3 stacks of 64 of items, plus a little extra on the side, because it depends on how mobs spawn in and how far you go away and stuff. But we'll go over that in the video. Now, if you guys want to make one layer of this farm, which is very, very good still, it does about 600 items per hour. 2 layers does about 880 items per hour, and then 3 layers does 1,200 items per hour. I will go ahead and put that in the top pinned comment down below. Alright guys, so as you guys can see, this farm literally will pump out stuff, and there's sometimes a witch will spawn, but just know the more layers you add, the higher your AFK position will be. And literally, I kid you not, every layer you add adds about 400 to 500 items per hour. It's actually ridiculous. So this farm is very, very good. If you guys would, go ahead and leave a like on today's video. Go ahead and subscribe if you're new. We're going to aim for 400 likes. You know, 400 sounds pretty good. I mean, I don't know if we're going to hit it, but go ahead and leave a like on today's video if you guys would, for me. Alright guys, so everything they're going to need is in this chest right here. Now, remember, this amount of items is for the 3-layer build. It is not exact. It is a close estimate, because I did not honestly count every single block I put down there whenever I was test building. So this is going to be a close estimate. But if you want a 1-layer farm or 2-layer farm or even a 3-layer farm, go ahead and guesstimate, but it will not be anywhere close to these totals. So everything you're going to need is right here. You're going to go ahead and need 20 stacks of building material. It does not matter what you build out of. I'm going to build out of smooth stone so you guys can count the blocks as long as I go. It's going to take about 10 stacks of buttons as well. Very button heavy, but very, very important. You're going to go ahead and need 8 oak fence gates. You're going to need 4 observers, 4 pistons, 4 redstone torches, 1 lever, 1 minecart with a hopper, 4 normal rails, 2 powered rails, 4 leaves, 2 stacks of glass. I would go ahead and grab another one just in case. It doesn't matter how many layers you're making. Go ahead and grab 3. And about 5 to 6 stacks of half slabs, because we're going to slab the roof, and we're going to use a couple slabs down below. You're also going to need 4 hoppers, 2 chests, and do not forget your locator map, or bring a map with you so you guys can tell. Unless you know your cardinal directions, then you don't need a map. Guys, I already forgot something, so you're going to go ahead and need 3 tridents. You can honestly use 1, but I like using 3 just in case. You never know, something fishy may come up, but I like to use 3 tridents. Alright guys, so now our first step of this whole build is that we're going to pick the highest ground in the nearest area, which this is the highest ground, this little bit right here. It does not matter how much it is, little bit right here. And we're going to go up 100 blocks from 71. And yes, you have to go up 100 blocks, because this is going to eliminate every single spawn below you, and there's nothing that spawns above you. So this will optimize and prioritize your farm to spawn as many mobs as it can. And I will be having another farm coming out just like this very, very soon. If you guys want to wait and build that one, it'll do about the same rates, so it just looks a little cooler. You can go ahead and do this one. But anyway, so once you get up to 100 blocks, what we want to go ahead and do is you're going to create just a little platform. We're going to obviously put our trident killer here. So go ahead and make it like, I don't know, a 4x5 maybe, or 4x6, whatever you want to do. Go ahead and make it a good distance. I'll go ahead and make it like a 7x6 or something like that. Just a big enough area to put a trident killer. So now we're going to go ahead and build our trident killer. We're going to go place 1 piston down right here, one here. We're going to skip a block in between every piston. This is going to be where we put our observers. We're going to go ahead and put our observer leading in to the actual piston with the face on the outside, just so you guys know. And then whenever you're done with that, you're going to go ahead and take out your redstone torches. You're going to place them on each piston just like that. So now that your trident killer is on, we're going to go ahead and put in our leaves on bottom. We're not going to throw in our tridents just yet. So let's go ahead and take this out and see if we can punch. Okay, ooh, we got to punch them out. Okay, there we go. So we're going to go ahead and fill all this in. Now you can delete that whole little stack up if you want, but you can just leave it if you want to. So that's where you're going to put your 4 leaves just like that. Okay, guys, so for the next step we're going to go ahead and do is you're going to come down at least, what, 3 blocks right here, and then create a little shelf right here for your chest. So go ahead and put your chest down just like that. And then you're going to go ahead and pull some blocks out to the side and crouch and place your hoppers into them, because this is where we're going to actually run our collecting system. And make sure you do actually put some blocks on the side. I keep saying actually, sorry about that. Go ahead and put some blocks on the side of your hoppers right here, or whatever side you want, because this is where we're going to put our powered rails. So now you're going to go ahead and crouch, and you're going to place 2 rails just like that. Place a powered, place a normal, and then another powered rail right there. Then what you're going to go ahead and do is just going to place your little cart, and you're going to give it a little push wherever you can. And it's not going to let me do it. Okay, just place it right there and just nudge it. And then now that it's going, it will just go ahead and collect from our little leaves, transport into our little hopper that will feed into our chest. So now that we got that done, we can go ahead and delete all this and just leave that there. And then once we do, we're going to come up on top. We're going to go ahead and throw in our tridents, 1, 2, and 3. And then I forgot to take this off, but we're going to go ahead and turn it back on. Oh, wait, did we? Okay, guys, so if you run into this little system right here, as you guys can see, our trident is actually sticking out with the power torches turned off. But there's a signal coming from the bottom from our little minecart. Go ahead and mine out the block above it and then place a piece of glass. And then that will just not let the signal transfers, and it'll just keep going. And the trident killer will start to go again. So go ahead and do that. Just a little tip for you guys. So now that this is done, what we're going to go ahead and do is that we're going to come up 2 blocks on each side of the trident killer, and this is where it gets a little confusing, I guess you can say. So go ahead and pull out your slab, because this is where we're going to make it an actual XP farm rather than just a collection farm. So what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to knock out the bottom glass right here, and we're going to place it on top of this glass, because whenever we're holding our looting 3 sword, because we're going to get the maximized loot we can, we're going to get the loot as well, or the XP as well, from this amazing farm. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is you're actually going to go up 24 blocks from this level right here. So 172 plus 24, that is 196. So we're going to go ahead to 196. So go up 24 blocks from your location and then fill in your whole level all with glass, just like I am right here. Okay, guys, so once you're at this point right here, we're going to go ahead and pull out our building blocks once more. And we're just going to place in the corners just like this. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is you're going to come from this block. You're going to go 7 blocks out. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then go on the 9th one, go up and destroy that block underneath. And you're going to go back 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then now you're just going to fill in the other side with it just like that. And on this 4th block right here, this will be the actual wall. So you're going to go 3, and then you're going to go 8. So just again, what we're going to go ahead and do is you're going to go out 7 blocks from here. So that's 1, 2. Well, actually, you're going to go out 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 block. You're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the wall right there. And then now we're going to go all the way in. So go ahead and do that on all 4 sides, and I'll see you guys when you're done with that. Okay, guys, so for step number 3, what we're going to go ahead and do is you're going to come to these corners, and you're going to go up 3 blocks on each side, just like this. So now what we're going to do, you're going to run all of them to the very far back wall that you have created, I guess. Like, just like this, the little back wall I'm talking about, like this one right here. You're going to go ahead and run it on all 8 sides, because there's 2 sides per water tunnel. So that would be 8 sides. So go ahead and do that on all of them, and I'll show you guys what it should look like whenever you're done. Okay, guys, so it should look something like this whenever you're done. It should be 3 high in the beginning and 2 high in the end, just like this. Now, for the next step, we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to count out 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you're going to go ahead and destroy that, and then do it on the other side as well. And then what we're going to go ahead and do now, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then 4 again. And and you go ahead and destroy this one as well. So it should look something like that. It should look like 4, 3, and 3. So go ahead and do that on every single side. Go ahead and repeat that over on all 8 sides, just like that. Okay guys, so it should look something like this before we add in the actual floors. That's exactly what it should look like. So you can go ahead and pause it whenever you feel like, or go ahead and screenshot it. Okay guys, so now we're going to go ahead and move on to the next step right here. So we're going to go ahead and fill in these little areas just like that. So it should be a 3x3 here. And now what we're going to do, we're not going to fill in that little way because it is going to be a waterway. So go ahead and just go all the way around, like frame it like a big, it'll look like an N kind of, because you guys can see the N, or like a middle of an A. So go ahead and wrap that all the way around and fill it in, and go ahead and just fill in all 4 corners just like this. Okay guys, so I got half of it done so far. I just wanted to check in and tell you guys, or actually show you guys what it should look like. So we're gonna go ahead and do the waterways right quick, and it is very, very simple to do. So we're gonna do on this far back one, the bigger one, the larger one. You're gonna go ahead and take it on this level, and you're gonna go all the way back just like this. You don't want to make it actually in the ground or flush with this one. You want it to be 1 block higher, as high as this one. Now with this one right here, you're going to actually make it the floor level, because this one will actually flow out just perfectly and stop right here. So go ahead and make sure you know that this one, the little one, is going to be flush with the floor, and the bigger one is going to be a little nudge over the floor, just like your far back waterways. So go ahead and do that on all 4 corners. And it is very, very simple to do. I mean, you can go ahead and crouch walk and do it if you want it. But I'm going to go ahead and just fly because, you know, I'm cool and creative. So go ahead and do that on all 4 sides. I'll check back with you guys whenever it's all done for me. Okay guys, so I got my first layer all done. Now yes, this is just one layer, so there is a ton of spawning platforms here for the actual creepers, and skeletons going to be spawning. I don't know why zombies don't spawn, but we're eliminating spider spawns and we're eliminating enderman spawns because it's only going to be a 2 high roof. But zombies will not spawn, so literally the only thing you're going to be getting is bones, arrows, and gunpowder. So let's go ahead and jump into the button layout for this thing. Now it is very, very simple. If I can find the buttons, there we go. Okay, so what we're gonna go ahead and do is that, remember, this far back wall will be your actual wall. So you're gonna go ahead and come to the far back, and you're gonna go 1 here, skip a block here. You're just gonna make little pluses everywhere, and just make sure you always skip a block in between each button, just like that. And remember, do not worry about 1 row missing all buttons, because this is going to be your wall. So go ahead and do that on every single platform where you're skipping them just like this. I may go ahead and just talk over this whole thing so you guys can watch me do it and go ahead and get a good grasp on everything. So I'm going to go ahead and just, I'm just going to talk over this. So what this is actually going to be doing is this is going to help prevent spiders from spawning. Now, spiders need a 3x3 area to actually spawn. So this is going to create it to where it's only a 3x1 or a 3x2, not an actual 3x3 area. It's going to eliminate a huge, huge problem because spiders do... I actually made this farm that collected all loot, and spiders screwed it up really bad, okay? So rates dropped to about 200 an hour with spiders. It's just because they climb up the tube and they make it worse. And then whenever they fall to their death, spiders actually sometimes do not drop any loot. So it's just a mob that takes up the mob cap and gets in the way. So we're just going to go ahead and eliminate them all together. And this is very simple. We're not even adding trapdoors on this farm. But creepers do spawn out the freaking wazoo. So right now, since we're done, this is exactly what it should look like. So if you guys want to get a screenshot, I went ahead and used stone bricks for you guys so you guys can actually see the outlines of blocks. So go ahead and get a free screenshot before we move on to our waterways. Okay guys, so we're going to go ahead and do our waterways right now. So what you're going to do, you're going to come to the back of your far initial water wave. And you're going to go ahead and add another layer of blocks. And what you're going to do is you're going to place oak fences or any kind of fence gates. It doesn't really matter. And you're just going to open them up and you're going to destroy the blocks underneath it. Now what that's going to do is that's going to help prevent this water from flowing over. And it's going to help from this water to go ahead and flow out. So the actual current down here will flow and it'll stop right at the edge just like that. So that's exactly what you want, just like that. So you're going to go ahead and do it again on this side. You're going to place 2 blocks down. You're going to go ahead and place your oak gates or whatever gates you choose. And go ahead and destroy the actual block underneath very carefully, as you guys can just see. And go ahead and add in your water in each corner. Now, it isn't going to block this water. I'm sorry. It's going to block this far back water. Just like that. So go ahead and do that on each side. So I can just throw in this for you guys to go ahead and show you guys that it should go ahead and flow all perfectly and not flow over. If it flows over, you have the wrong dimensions, and you need to stop immediately and go ahead and fix your dimensions. So let's go ahead and put in our other oak gates right here. Or I keep saying oak gates, any kind of gates, fence gates, whatever they're called. So go ahead and just add in your water as you go. It'll make everything a whole lot easier. So you're not fighting it whenever you actually get to the point of adding in the darkness of the room. So go ahead and do it right there as well. And go ahead and add in your water. Now we're going to add in our last bits of water. Where did we forget water? We forgot it somewhere, didn't we? Oh, freaking right there. There we go. Oh, and right there. Duh. Okay, so once we have our water done, this is exactly what it should look like. So you guys can go ahead and get a little sneak peek. Nothing should roll into the middle. It should just stay just like that. So now what we're going to go ahead and do, you're going to just run 2 layers of walls all the way around. You really want to do 3 layers of walls if you're going to be adding multiple layers. Because you do not want any indentions actually in your walls, because that is potential mob spawning space, and if it is lit up and nothing can spawn there, it'll still take up your mob cap. So go ahead and not do it. From test, I had one to where the walls were kind of choppy and my spawn rates were really low. I filled them in and it actually improved the rates. So go ahead and make this actually 3 high, because we're going to be doing multiple layers on your farm. If you're not making multiple layers, you go ahead and add another one just in case you want to add one later. It'll save you a bunch of trouble whenever you slab it. So you only slab the top, and you can actually add in a correct roof. So if you're wanting to add another layer, right here is your best chance to go ahead and take advantage of that, is to just outline what's down below. So go ahead and just do this all the way around, and then whenever you get done, you're going to add in another 3-layer wall all the way around this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and do the second layer and show you guys what it should look like whenever you want to do your waterways. Now, actually, you know what? I'll just not cut it. So what you want to do right here, since you have your waterway right here and you need to skip over to this, just go ahead and come over to and delete that, and then just outline it again. So go ahead and do your outlines just like this. Very, very simple. And go ahead and leave the middle. You know, obviously we're not wanting to fill in that waterway, because we want them to just fall straight through into the water, to where they will just fall, take no fall damage, and then fall back down to the chute, so we can go ahead and kill them. So yeah, so go ahead and outline every single thing. Now if you do not want to add in another layer, go ahead and encase this whole thing, slab the top, and then that's it. You're done. That's actually it. And then you AFK, literally you'll AFK at the bottom by the actual trident killer. But if you're adding in a second and third layer, there is a different type of AFK spot. So go ahead and finish watching the video to figure out where that is, because it is very crucial to getting your maximized rates. Okay guys, so this is exactly what your second layer should look like. Now you're gonna go ahead and repeat the button session just above, and we actually have one more thing to do with the buttons before we actually go on. But go ahead and add in your little buttons just like this. You know how to add in your buttons, so go ahead and add in your buttons again. Okay guys, so sorry for the cut, and you guys may not even see the button area yet, but we're gonna go ahead and do first is you're gonna go add in your side buttons. And what you're going to do, you're going to run buttons along all of the inside of the main water channels. You're going to run buttons on every single block. This is going to help prevent them, or actually cause the mobs to walk off of the actual thing. So make sure you're actually putting the buttons on all 4 or all 8 walls. Technically, every single channel of water needs to be covered in buttons, because if not, your rates will get affected from this, because they will not be wanting to be tempted to walk off. So now the next step we're going to go ahead and do is you want to pull out your locator map, and you want to be looking north, or pull out your map because you guys know which way is north. We're going to be looking north, and then you want to go to the left, top left corner of your actual farm, just like what my arrow looks like on my screen. Okay, and then you're going to go down, and you're going to be placing buttons on the walls that are facing the northwest. So that will be this wall. And then it'll also be this wall right here. Okay guys, so for this way right here, what you actually want to do is whenever you're looking northwest, obviously this won't be the block, it'll be this one. No, it will be, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay guys, so for this side over here, this one may get a little confusing. So what we're going to go ahead and do is you're going to be looking northwest, remember the top left corner of your map. Pull out your buttons and you're going to be doing it on this wall, and you're going to be doing it on this wall right here. Now make sure you don't do what I just did and actually accidentally put buttons up on top. You do not want to do that, and you don't put buttons down there in your water. So now we're going to go ahead and do, you're going to mimic that over there. You're going to put it on this wall, and instead of on the back wall, you're going to go ahead and put it on the... So what you're going to do, you're going to go ahead and mirror that side over there. So you're going to put them over here, and then you're going to put them on this back wall back here. And then what you're going to do now is that you're going to mirror this side right here, which is very, very simple. And then you're going to go ahead and put them on the outside wall just like that. So that is something that you really, really need. And now you're going to go ahead and do it on this layer as well. Make sure you do add in your middle column buttons, because this will help mobs to actually fall and walk off. So go ahead and do that on every side. You guys know how to do the buttons previously. If not, go ahead and skip back and pause it and rewind it. It is very, very simple. But I'm going to go ahead and get this done. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like whenever I'm finished. Okay, guys, so that's exactly what your buttons should look like on screen right now. If you want to go ahead and get another screenshot, you can go ahead and do it. I'm going to go ahead and add one more layer to show you guys the rates for a triple layer farm, just so you guys know what it actually looks like. Actually, I'm going to show you guys what a 2-layer farm looks like, because if I have to, I will go to the other farm and I'll show you guys what that looks like, since that one is a 3-layer farm. So now what you want to do, you want to go ahead and make 3 rings around your base, your mob farm, just like this. And you're going to be putting a roof on. You guys know how to put a roof on. You're going to put a flat roof on, and then we're going to go ahead and cover it in slabs, so it helps prevent any mobs from spawning. So now that we actually have 2 layers, we're going to have a new AFK position that we're going to be holding our looting 3 sword to get the actual 880 rates. Now, a looting 3 sword is not necessary. You will get around 800 instead of 880. It just adds a little extra on top for looting 3. But let me tell you, it does add up for 3-layer farms. It does add, so you want to go ahead and get looting 3. If you guys don't have it, go ahead and trade with a villager or something. But what we're going to go ahead and do now is we're going to go ahead and take this top layer and we're going to run it all the way across. Now, this is going to help prevent Endermen from spawning. Obviously, even if an Enderman did spawn, all he would do is fall in the water and teleport. So you don't have to worry about that. But witches will spawn in here, and that is really, really annoying. But thank goodness we have a trident killer, because I hate getting poisoned almost as much as I hate finding gravel in a cave. Okay, so or water flowing down a cave and you're running up the cave. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started. But anyways, so we're going to cover this whole thing in a roof just like this. It's going to get pretty dark, so be very careful. Have it on peaceful, or have a bow and some arrows, or go ahead and have your sword ready with your netherite armor. I'm giving you guys benefit of the doubt. Hope you guys have netherite armor. No, but go ahead and do this all the way to the other wall, and I'll see you guys whenever we need to cover in slabs. Okay guys, so this is what it should look like whenever you're in here. It should only be a 2-block high roof, just like that. So go ahead and place your last block just like that, and we're gonna go ahead and grab out our slabs. Now, it doesn't matter what any kind of slabs, but you do want to cover the whole roof in slabs, or you can do torches, but I'm just saying I like doing slabs just to make sure nothing will ever spawn in here, and no little light glitches will get through. With torches, you never know, with bug rock, maybe light glitches will get through and prevent spawns or something. But go ahead and cover your whole roof in half slabs, or torches if you choose, but I'm going to do half slabs. So go ahead and get that done, and I'm going to show you guys the AFK position you want to be sitting in to get maximum rates. Okay guys, so that's what it should look like with slabs on top of it. Now you don't even have to worry about lighting it up anymore. So now what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to come down here and we're going to make sure we have our looting 3 swords. So I'm going to go ahead and grab mine. Okay guys, so what we're going to go ahead and do now is we're going to pick out our AFK spots. So now that we have 2 layers, remember, mobs now spawn anywhere between 24 and 44 blocks away. So if you're going to go ahead and add another layer or 2, go ahead and come up 5 to 6 blocks, and this is where you're going to AFK at. Now, if you add another layer, you're going to add actually 4 signs, 2 on each side. You're going to add a water fall drop mechanism so they can fall through and not take all the damage and die down there. If you guys have any questions about that, I'll go ahead and walk you through it on the other one if you guys want to see it. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that this thing actually works. So is our trident killer on? It is on. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that it works. Do a little time lapse over here on 2 10-minute little increments, and I'm going to go ahead and do it on the other one as well. So we're on hard mode, as you guys see right now. So nothing is spawning underneath us. We are 177 blocks in the air. The only thing spawning above us, or the only thing that is spawning is above us, and it is our mobs in here. So sometimes it does take 1 to 5 minutes to get warmed up, so don't panic. It does take a little bit, but it does pump out some iron, son. So I'm going to go ahead and let this thing run, and I'll get back to you guys whenever we see our first spawn. Okay, I was about to say, it was taking forever to get our first spawn, but we actually got a creeper to spawn. So at least we know it's working. I did move down here to the actual surface because mobs weren't spawning. So instead of going up like 5 to 6, maybe you can go up like 2 or 3. So now that we got one mob, I'm going to go ahead and run a test over here to see how good this actual 2-layer farm is. So I'll see you guys whenever the test is done. Okay guys, so this is the total right here what you'd get. You get 37 gunpowder, 35 bones, and around 42 arrows. Now sometimes it is mixed up to where you get more gunpowder than anything else. Most of the time it is like that, but this time right here it wasn't. So that is equivalent to 112 in 10 minutes, I think it is. And then times that is 672 per hour. We're going to times 112 by 6 because there are 6 10-minute segments in an hour. So you get about 672 drops an hour. Now, if you make 3 layers, you would actually get a whole lot more. You get around 1,200 drops per hour. So, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, and if you guys are going to use this on your world, go ahead and leave a like on today's episode. Let me know also what you guys think of the daily uploads. And reason number 3, or I guess thing number 3 I had to say, thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. If you guys made it to the end, go ahead and comment XP, all caps, don't say nothing else. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye, everybody.